Kicking off our list, number one, the tool I use the most in the garden in the springtime, and that is these snips from the Dollar Tree, which now cost $1.25, not $1. Regardless, I've owned the Fisker $15 snips from Home Depot. The little latching handle on those broke on me after a year. They were no more sharper than this set of snips that I have here. And for $1.25, these are an absolute steal. The only word of caution with these snips is if this spring pops off the bottom of these snips, it falls somewhere in your garden and you can't find them, snips are basically useless. So while you're using them, you should pay attention to that spring and make sure it's not popped off while you're using it. But other than that, for $1.25, an absolute great bargain. Number two on my list, gardening gloves for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. It's just a great deal. I used to use, and I still do sometimes for different tasks, but these leather working gloves in the garden because they were only $3.99 at Home Depot. But once they got wet, if you left them out in the garden and it rained, they become absolutely useless. You just have to throw them out. Similar gloves that I've seen at Home Depot for $7 to $10 that you can get for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Now, I only saw one size. So if your hand doesn't fit nicely in these gloves, maybe that won't work for you, but it's worth going there and trying them on. They've got this rubberized front, a polyester back. Even wet, they dry off almost immediately. From what I can tell so far, using them this year, this is a great deal. Now that I have these cucumbers planted, we can talk about item number three. And the item number three is the watering container from the Dollar Tree. It's only $1.25, and it will last you more than one season as long as you don't leave it out in your garden day in and day out, or at least not in direct sunlight. It's plastic, and like anything else, UV light is going to make it brittle, and it will eventually just come apart and break. So if you want to get more than one season out of this, put your gardening can in the shade, hang this over the side of your gardening can, or if your gardening can's out in the sun, put this somewhere in the shade where you can get to it easily every time you need to water your plants. Item number four on my list are a nice pair of gardening shears, and for $1.25, this is really a great bargain compared to $15 or $20 at Home Depot. This time of year, I'm using these for breaking up bigger material to go into my compost bin. Later on in the year, I'll be using these to cut back my bigger plants as they grow too big for the space they're in. I'm thinking plants like my zucchini, my squash, even my tomato plants. When those determinate plants become ready to harvest and I'm ready to take down those old tomato plants, these are a perfect tool for that job. I hope you enjoyed the video. 4 items that you can pick up at the Dollar Tree. Quality as good or better than you would find at the big box stores, and in some cases, a tenth of the price. There are some really good deals there, and if we take some precautions, these tools and items that we can purchase at the Dollar Tree will last us season in and season out. If you liked the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. We'd love to have you along.